Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your April 2019 love reading. I'm Princess India if you're new. If you're family, how's it going? I missed your face. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing things slightly different, but a lot of the same. Only thing I'm adding is the first part of your extended reading. The link for that will be below this video. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking at an overall energy for you and your person of interest. We're looking at overall energy. We're looking at hidden influences as well as blocks, right? And for our typical cross-watcher spread, the only thing that is different is the fact that if you are cross-watching this video for a Cancer person, you're probably going to resonate with this first row. So it's like for Cancer watching this, first row, your person of interest would be the second row. If you're cross-watching this for a Cancer, you're probably going to resonate with the first row, which would be Cancer, and the second row would be your person of interest. So we're going to jump right in, you know what I'm saying? So, overall energy. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. In upright, it's coming together. We're not coming together. Interesting. And our hidden influences. Oh, wow. Are y'all dealing with a Virgo? There's a lot of water in that Virgo reading, you know. Awaiting results. So behind the scenes, somebody's still waiting on this, babe. All right, and blocks. Whoa. Somebody else had this. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Upright, it's opportunity beckons. Well, I mean, it's not 100% bad. With that being in the reverse, it's like coming out of this stagnancy, you know. But I feel like the thing that's slowing that down from happening, or what is making one or both of you feel bleak, is the fact that both of you don't feel like you're on the same page, right? So we can look at this two different ways, right? More or less, I can't even say one of you. I feel like both of you in some way or another, kind of how I was with Virgo, the two of you, I don't know why everybody is like in separation. The two of you are not together, right? Or, you know, I don't want to say the well has run dry, but the two of you are just really not on the same page right now, right? But one or both of you is still waiting for something to come out of this, right? It's like, it's almost as if you're unmovable in reference to this relationship or this person, right? And even though you have the opportunity to move forward, you can't, because you're still looking at something and hoping to get blood out of a turnip, because the two of you are not on the same page, but it's still hoping to get union or the two of you being on one accord when it's not, but you're still hoping that it happens somehow, right? But the whole point is here is that you're standing still. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the reason why it's difficult for you to talk about moving forward and taking other opportunities is more or less because you've invested so much into this partnership and it's not really wanting to move forward because in some way or another you feel that there's still hope, right? And that's why I don't want to say the well has run dry, because I feel like the two of you aren't on the same page, but I don't necessarily feel that you or the other person really feel, you know, like the earth is scorched, so to speak. So hopping into the overall energy for my Cancer people, we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. It's so funny. That would be one of the reasons why you guys aren't on the same page. So with religious factors, it could be either, because I look at this two different ways. This could actually literally be religious factors, like the fact that you have two different belief systems. You know what I'm saying? One of you is Buddhist, one of you is Catholic, one is Muslim, whatever. Or it could be like cultural conditioning, meaning that the two of you are from two totally different worlds. You know what I mean? So your cultures are very different, and not ethnicity, but I mean just like upbringing. Like one person could be, you know, raised working class and another person raised upper class, and that would be two different cultures. You know what I mean? It could be ethnicity as well. You could be two different races from two different countries. It's just the base that how a person is conditioned or how the two of you go about life, it's different. You know what I mean? But it's something that's foundational, right? And that's like where I see like with religious factors, because a person's faith would be foundational. So whether it's spiritual, religious, or if it's just simply like cultural conditionings or whatever, that would explain the two of you being on like two different pages, right? Because you have two different ideas about what coming together would actually look like based on, you know, where you're coming from. Oh, come on. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. This is interesting. Now, I'm seeing this two different ways. One, there could be a person who has like that martyr savior complex thing, right? Where it's the thought of, I'm on my path to ascension. I need you to be on your path to ascension. So let me help you be on your path to ascension. Send you a bunch of YouTube videos about the different shifts in consciousness and how to unblock your third chakra and things of the sort. You know what I mean? So it could be that. But the only thing that I can tell you about this Cancer or cross-watcher person is your attempts to fix someone implies that you think something's wrong with the way that they are and that the way that you're doing things is right, right? And that's not necessarily good. It's a little controlling, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little self-righteous there, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. So you don't want to, and that would totally cause the two of you to be on two different pages. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't believe your intentions are bad. I feel like your intentions are good, but I think you have to kind of see the other side of how that could be kind of insulting to someone, you know, that you think your way is the right way. You know what I mean? And this kind of makes me think about when I was in church and like, whenever like, you know, a girl in church would start dating someone, like she would start taking the dude to church with her as if like, hey, pastor, tell him everything that he's doing wrong, you know, to make our relationship better. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Now, on the other side of things, it could just be a standard of living that the Cancer or cross-watcher person has, right? Or your person could have what you perceive to be an issue or a difference, because that's really what I'm hearing. It's like I'm seeing this as Cancer is looking at the difference with this person as being wrong and needing to be fixed, but it's a need to have an objective perspective to see that different doesn't always equal wrong, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? The two of you are just different. And it's very possible to have a middle road, like an agree to disagree. So the person doesn't necessarily have to agree with you in order for the two of you to be together, right? And I think that's what's kind of causing this dissension right now. Now, the first card that we have for Cancer in there, because we're looking at your fears, your desires, and your soul lesson. So in your desires position, yikes. How you desire this, Cancer? Like, I'm trying to understand. We have the Seven of Swords. That's funny. That's like the energy I'm feeling. Like how I said with the chicks that would bring the dudes to church, it's like you're being sneaky. Or sending the YouTube videos is like that's being sneaky. It's not being malicious, but it's like you're trying to inadvertently send a message to this person. But it's like that's not really your place to do that, right? Because it's a thing of free will and the fact of understanding where our rules and the divine's rule differ. So everybody awakens and grows and heals within their own time, right? And like for us individually, no one forced us through our awakening process. No one was sending us tons of YouTube videos. We were spending hours searching for them. You know what I'm saying? But it's and that's what I'm saying. It's an inadvertent self-righteousness because it's the assumption again, I'm right and you're wrong, and I'm trying to fix you. I'm trying to help you. You know what I mean? So it's almost like desiring to, God, this is crazy. It's like you're backing the person into a corner, dog. Because it's like, I'm looking at the fact, okay, like the Five of Swords, like, I'm going to take away any conflicting information. Why am I thinking about like fake news? Like anything that is in opposition to our agenda, we're going to go ahead and take these things away and only leave you with these two options. Yes, you have free will. Do you want sword number 1 or sword number 2? You know what I'm saying? Controlling. I love you, but your intentions are good. I feel you. I see what you're trying to do, but I'm just letting you know that ain't right. So your fears. We have the Two of Swords. Let me tell you something funny about life and self-sabotage. What you're fearing the most, you're creating, right? Because you're trying to leave them 2 options for them to choose from because you don't want any of this other extra intel to kind of mess up what the agenda is here. But you're fearing this person, like being in a stalemate with this person, right? You're fearing them being like closed off from you, not moving forward, and them just kind of being stuck, right? Or trying to prevent them from being confused of all of these other paths they could take. Like, don't take all these other paths. Just take path 1 or take path 2. But it's like you created the conflict that you're fearing. Because it's like you're backing this person into a corner, limiting their options, right? And oh my gosh, one of my friends sent me something like this that was so funny, and I can't think of it right now. It was like because what this is a double bind. But it was a funny like meme, and it was something along the lines of like a girl saying like it was something with a guy, and she's like, you have like she gave him an ultimatum, like you have an option. It's like either you're gonna be with me now or we're gonna be together. It's your choice, right? So it's like a situation like that. It's like you're giving a person the illusion of free choice, but it's not really a free choice because you've already elected the options from which they can choose. So it seems to be free choice, but it's not, right? Now, the thing that's really creepy about this is like looking back at religious factors, it almost reminds you, that's why I thought of fake news, right? Because it shows you like the double binds that advertising and like, you know, the subconscious messages that society and the media sends us. It's like we think that we're freely choosing, but we're really not because I hope this doesn't shut down my YouTube channel. Because the options and the level of truth that we have access to, they're already molded for us. So, you know, we think that, you know, we're searching Google to find information on stuff, but we're not thinking about the fact that the information that's on Google is already filtered and limited. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. But I think it's funny how I'm seeing it macro level and micro level, right? But like I said, Cancer, I don't feel like your intentions are malice, but I feel like you're sitting here with this reading for a very particular reason for you to see what's happening here. So it's like you and this person not being on the same page isn't like, oh my gosh, what happened? It's almost like I don't feel like you saw that you were doing this because you're thinking that you're helping the person and helping your relationship along, but it's actually hindering it. And that's like what it is, like why the opportunities are blocked. Because I feel like the two of you, granted, you're both different, but it's almost different in the sense of like how men are different from women. You know what I'm saying? Yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? Night and day, sun and moon. It's like opposites attract. So it's these differences is what makes this union beautiful. But I think it's like an old conditioning or a need to be in control and fix things that's innately like innate in you, to where in order for someone to jump on your bandwagon, they have to be on your bandwagon and not you guys having, you know, opposite wagons riding alongside each other, you know, being a white horse and a black horse. You know what I'm saying? It's like those two horses, the little Sphinx with the chariot card, you know, he didn't need them to be the same color because they fulfill the same damn purpose, right? They pull the chariot, all right? So that's here. Now, your soul lesson with this, the King of Wands. When we think about the King of Wands being a person who stands his ground, who's extremely passionate, oozing with creativity, life force, energy, it's more or less to me seeing the rainbow coalition that is life. Oh, wait, there's a point that I missed here. The reason why there's a block with the Four of Cups in reverse with the Opportunity Beckons card and your overall energy is like, it's almost like you... I hate to say it this way, Cancer. I love you to death, but hey, this is to help you. It's almost as if there's a self-sabotage here. The two of you were fine prior to the meddling, but it's like you were trying to fix something that was not broken, right? So if I'm trying to fix something that isn't broken, and this sounds a lot like how I was with Virgo, dude, but the circumstances are different. Because with Virgo, they left someone behind. They were on a path moving forward. They get a new piece of information, didn't get the whole story, and they reverted and started going backwards, right? And the thing that I'm seeing with this situation, it was headed in the right direction, right? But it's like, it's an old, and that's where I really feel like it is spirit allowed this to happen to bring up this old little mindset that you had that needs to be gotten rid of. Because I feel like it's a defense mechanism. It's like if everything is made in your image, God complex, if everything is made in my image, then it's in alignment, everything's fine, everything's safe, everything can run smoothly, right? But the King of Wands being a person who's a statement of creativity and fruitfulness, like I look at the King of Wands as the full-on manifestation of like life force energy, which is creation energy. You know what I mean? Like the animating force that lets us move and be alive. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the King of Wands. But he's very tempered. So all of this passion boils beneath the surface, right? So it's almost like this wild, erratic, you know, explosive, creative energy that he is, you know, was tempered into a mold to manifest him, right? And dude is oozing with so much life force that even his wand is fruitful. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less when we're talking about creativity, creativity is not organized. It's organized chaos. Hence the universe, right? If you look at it like Big Bang Theory, you know, like out of an explosion of stars comes like the perfect freaking atmosphere in the form of planet Earth to sustain life. You know what I'm saying? It's like organized chaos. So even my painting, that's me trying to get, you know, ego stroke. But it's like with creativity, it's not something, there's a method or a technique, there's a strategy, right? But creativity is free form. It's creating something out of no thing, right? So that was supposed to be the lesson learned with this. So if we go back to that dyad of like one of you being the is not and the other being the is, you know what I mean? It's like something new and innovative, like, and meaning this in the sense of the love connection that the two of you have. Something new and innovative and revolutionary in terms of love can be birthed here between the two of you, right? But there's a need for those two opposites, right? So the something can come out of the no thing. These two things that are not one and the same, that are polar opposites, can birth something completely new, completely fruitful, beautiful, innovative, and something the world has never seen, right? That is the opportunity here. That's just beckoning. Dagnabbit son of a gun. You sitting up here thinking all in your mind with all these freaking swords. You trying to strategize. How you gonna strategize on fire? Do you know that fire would melt a sword? I mean, if you set it in there long enough and the temperature was hot enough, but just follow me with the illustration. Moving on to your person of interest at 19 minutes. So My kid is playing Fortnite and the banshee screams. I always have to pause, like, oh my God, is something wrong? And it's like, oh, Fortnite. It's my life. Motherhood. Wonderful. Overall energy for your person of interest. We have the success card. We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And cancel, clear, delete. Backspace, delete that. Use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Oh, that's so wonderful. Well, I could just tell you straight up. Your person of interest is manifesting like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? They're manifesting like, whoa. Like big time. But I think the thing that's important here is that, and I feel like this is a statement, because I look at this as like the present tense, but I'm feeling like with your person of interest, it's imperative that they don't fall into negative thinking, because I don't know what energy is over them right now, but they're like magi manifesting instantaneously. So especially if this is someone that you guys are with right now, that may be the reason why Spirit is showing you this, is because this person is kind of tapped into something to where they're manifesting. But I think this whole inference of them needing to be fixed, it's almost as if you could be a hindrance to this person's progress. And I'm not saying that like, to be mean or malicious or anything of the sort, Cancer. It's just that, especially if the two of you are together, you know what I'm saying? This is something that could benefit you guys, like big time, especially like if, before I jump into all that, let me turn over this person cards. Okay. And their desires, we have the 3 of Wands, because I will go on a whole tangent. Oh, their fears, we have the 5 of Coins. Oh, little tuckers. Their lesson, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Man, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Wow. Okay. Your person, I don't know what I was saying is, I don't know if they're like creative or something like that. Like I don't know, like an artist, business owner, something of the sort. But what I'm seeing is that it's something they've been working on, and it's going back to this awaiting results thing. So it's kind of like something is something is about to happen for them really big and awesome, right? And it's something that they've been working on for a very long time. Like they've been putting a lot of energy and effort into it, right? And I don't know if maybe you're trying to help them do something. Like say if they are working on I don't know, I'm just throwing stuff out here, like a painting, and you ain't never did the type of art that they do, but you think that what they're doing is wrong, and you're trying to tell them how to do it the way that you think that they should do it based on what you think. But I feel like with this person, like, this person is like, what is the word I'm looking for? What is that word? Not iconoclast, not creative genius. Eccentric. That's it. The vibe I get from your person is that they're very eccentric. Like, they're very different. All right? Like, they don't make a box to put them in. You know what I'm saying? They don't make those nowhere. Can't even order it online, So they're very eccentric. They're very unique, one of a kind, right? Now, in a quote I wrote is coming to my mind. Don't be disappointed when they don't see your vision, because the blind can only see what they can touch. Right? That's a quote from one of my books. Don't be disappointed if they can't see your vision, because the blind can only see what they can touch. The meaning behind that quote is the fact that people who are visionaries, who are innovators, who are creating something out of no thing, meaning you're doing something that's never been done. When you tell someone else your vision, they will talk your vision down. This is something your person has dealt with their entire life. They've dealt with naysayers, people who doubt them, people who are like, you can't do that. Why would you think that's not going to make no money? Why would you do that? That's a stupid idea. That doesn't even make sense. They've dealt with naysayers their whole entire life, right? And inadvertently, your desire is to help them. But I feel like you're hurting them because you're trying to put them into a box they were never intended to fit in, right? So now, and I don't want you to feel bad, Cancer. Like, I feel like the reason why you're watching this and I'm saying all of this is so you can recognize this and stop it. Because you can inadvertently end up becoming a block in this person's life, right? They've hit a portal in their life, right? They're at a place where their ships are legit coming in, right? And I say that with these two, with the awaiting results and the Three of Wands, it's like it's something that they sent out into the ethers, or it's a project that they've been working on for a while. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's an art project or a business or whatever. But the thing that y'all don't know is energetically, like, there's about to be a collision course of their expansion in a major way. So it's like all of this time, energy, and effort that they've put in is about to be met by an energy of opportunity, right? So, but this is like make or break time. And I feel like with this person, they, like, the success is already declared because they've drawn it in, right? And for them with this cancel, clear, delete, which is why if you guys went your separate ways, like say if there was like a break in communication or something out the blue, it's like they had to cut out anybody that was negative because they sense within themselves that this is like a hella crucial time. And I feel like even though you were attempting to help, right? It's like, I'm not saying that you hurt, but it's like they saw that you didn't see their vision. Right? And right now, like whatever this is to them is so important. You know what I'm saying? And it's like their fear was having to leave this behind because I feel like they had a very important decision to make. Right? I don't feel like they wanted to leave you out in the cold per se. But they didn't want to be left out in the cold either. So it's kind of one of those things where it's either you or it's me, right? Because they knew this was crucial. They were like on the cusp of this, right? So it's more or less they had to go ahead and venture through this alone because they didn't want this to be you two. It's like if there's any hopes of this working, I'm going to have to do this leg of the journey alone because it's like they're not seeing what I'm seeing. Why the blind can only see what it is that they can touch. You can't see, meaning third eye. You can't see what they see. They see in their third eye, like in their spiritual vision. They see what it is that they're manifesting. They're seeing the synchronicities in these energies. They're seeing this portal opening and they know that they needed to act. It seemed as if nothing was popping off, which is where I feel like you were trying to help, but this help ended up becoming hinder, right? So I feel like that's where, so if there is whether a breakup, a break in communication, a stagnancy, it's some sense of gap in between the two of you, but that's what it is. The main thing that they're desiring now, it's the manifestation of their passion, you know? And I feel like the lesson that they learned in all of this is give and take. And I feel like this is something like they went through a major shift as well. Because I feel like in the past, because of them having so many people bogging down on them in a negative sense and doubting them, they begin to doubt themselves. But I feel like this person came into a place now where they're finally starting to think positive. They're working with the laws of attraction. They're trying to keep their vibration high. And they had to learn, which I had to say, they passed the test. You know what I'm saying? I can say that. Of that give and take. It's like when it becomes too much, when this person starts to cross a boundary, it's like I have to cut ties. And it's not saying that they're completely done with you. It's just that this timing for them was very, very crucial. You know what I'm saying? Because with the Three of Wands, this is hit or miss. You know? If home dude, you know, went to go pee in the bushes somewhere back there, he could miss the freaking ship. And this is a boat that could not be missed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a temporary break in this right now because this person had to take care of things. But I think for them, like their overall lesson with the Six of Pentacles was balance. It's like you can't pour into something that's not pouring back into you, and you have to create that distance sometimes when that happens, right? Because so I feel like for both of you, this person was able to stand in their power. For you, Cancer, I feel like it's a need to understand that different does not always equal bad or wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less stepping out of the mental mindset and needing to attune more to your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you're not always going to see what it is that the person can see. And I'm not saying that you're blind, like you're not woke or nothing like that. But, you know, I'm just saying it's like that. I mean, I can say that with me. It's like all my friends are freaking intuitive. Like, I don't have one friend that is not, like, psychically gifted. But there's even sometimes things that I say and they be looking at me like, girl, what? You know what I'm saying? And they're gifted, okay? So our visions are unique to us. And I mean, a lot of times it's a challenge to see how bad you want it. Oh, man. I don't know whose reading was that when I was talking about the wands. Was that Taurus? Where I talked about when energy passes and grasping onto it. Your freaking Cancer's person has mastered that. You understand me? I said in that reading that the only wand you hold on to is your ace. With different energies and emotions we experience, they're just supposed to pass through, right? And we release them. The reason why we get to the Ten of Wands is because when these energies pass, we grab hold of them, right? This person passed these two little extra wands that tried to weigh them down. They walked through them and stood on what it is that they knew to be true. Their passion, their drive, what it is Spirit is leading them to do. And they stood firm on that, leaving this behind them, right? Like the same thing in the Two of Wands. Home dude chose one, left the other one behind. They've passed this test. So your person's ascending to another level of them like responding to things in an energetic sense. This is freaking amazing. It's dope. It's awesome. And I think it's wonderful. That is so gangster. So even though, and that's why I say it's not malicious intent. It's not that this person doesn't love you, doesn't like you, whatever. It's like we all play roles like that in each other's life just because we don't see everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you were trying to add two more wands to them, they saw that that wasn't in alignment with them. So they sidestepped. That's all that is, right? So I'm not saying it's the end of your relationship and all this other kind of stuff, you know? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to pull your oracle. 33 minutes. Man, why are they? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I keep saying, why are these readings so long? They're so long because I'm including that overall energy from your extended and the general read. That's why they're so long. We got Panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or workplace. Ooh, sacred space. I think your person got their sacred space. You can get you a sacred space. Tell them to help you make a sacred space. Just saying. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, man. It's like a tuning, you know? Because I don't know. It's almost like I feel like it was like a fear. Like you wanted the person to be successful. You didn't want to... I don't want to say like see them fail. It's like you didn't want to see them invest their energy into something, but it's just a misunderstanding. It's like you didn't quite see their vision, but it's almost like you're going to learn today. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's like that sometimes. People don't understand what we're doing or what we're trying to build sometimes until it's physically here. And then it's like, oh, that's what they were saying, you know? I hope that makes sense. So we're going to throw the dice of resonance. It has the 12 zodiac signs, the roles someone can play, clarifiers of if it's sun, moon, or rising, and you have the opportunity to ask a yes or no question. If you would like to ask a yes or no question, go ahead and pose that now. You can pause me while you do it, you know. And I'm going to go ahead and toss them out. I don't interpret them or anything of the sort. It's just how they resonate, you know. So we have Virgo. We have Scorpio. We have yes with an exclamation point. And we have Sun. And then we have the X. So if you guys did break up. So it's either a person who's a Virgo Sun, a person who's a Scorpio Sun, either or. The answer to your question is yes. And the role they could possibly play is the X. You know what I'm saying? So, my wonderful, good Lord, lost my voice there. My wonderful Cancerians, that has been your April love reading. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love your freaking face, and I will see you sooner than later, especially if you're getting the extended. Douches.